This is obviously ETS. Now I know originally I was going to do no GPS on this. Now I've done that a bit on a couple of other profiles, and quite frankly it drives me utterly round the twist. I end up swearing, screaming, and wanting to put myself in a corner and cry. So, because some of the areas such as where are we here? Travmundi. I'm on my profiles. I had a job going up to there from Spain. Yeah, nice. That's easy to get to, Travmundi. Just basically, I can't remember where in Spain it was, but basically straight through France, aiming towards sort of Liege, and then aim to Dortmund, Osnabrück, Hamburg. As soon as I get somewhere near where Hamburg is, it should be sending me showing signs over the road to Travmundi. It doesn't. It gives you signs to Lübeck, which I was not aware, which is remiss of me, considering I've played all the patrician games, which are all to do with the Hansi. Travmundi is Lübeck. In fact, when you get in the game, when you get into the city, it actually tells you it is Lübeck-Travmundi. So, I won't be doing there's no GPS because it's too frustrating. As you can see from the map, we've done a fair bit of work. It's all been quick jobs, just to basically get my levels up, get a bit of money in the bank. So 61,000 euros. I'm at level 6, and just to show, we've done big jobs here. So we have been busy putting this, getting ourselves in the position. As for skills, all I've put into is long distance. The reason I've only done that is because I'm using the Trucky companion app, which is bloody awesome, it really is. And it has a dispatcher, so you can set yourself jobs, and so as it's not too cheaty, what I'm doing is using the randomizer I very first used at the start of Cross Country Cruise to decide where I was going to start and what truck I was going to use and whatnot. So I've run that 10 times. That's given us 10 destination cities, and we'll be going to them throughout this series. And the distances, well, the one we'll be doing today is to Latvia. Please forgive my pronunciation. Daugavpils. I know I've completely massacred that. I'll absolutely guarantee it. Now that is a very short job. It's only 440 odd kilometres road with a bit of ferry work in there. But then in the next episode, we'll probably be starting it in this, possibly, depending on how the time goes. We'll be from there to Gijón in Spain. And that is a distance of around about 3,500 kilometres. Then we'll be going from there to Erdin in Turkey, which is again over 3,000. Then from Erdin up to Stavanger in Norway, again that's another 3,000. Then we'll be going to Novi Sad, which I believe is in Serbia. And then from there to Calais. From Calais to Debrecen, or Debrecen. Again, not sure how you pronounce this. And then from Debrecen, we're going to Kristiansand in Norway. Okay, while I'm talking, I'm trying to do something, but I want to make sure I was right with what I said about Novi Sad. I was right. And Debrecen is in Hungary. So then we go to, like I said, we go to Kristiansand in Norway, and then we'll be going from there a fairly short hop back over to Sweden, to Linköping. Then a reasonably long one to St. Petersburg. And then the final episode of the series will be going back home to Stockholm. So that's basically the plan. Now, one thing I have noticed that has happened with the updates, the time that you're given to complete a route seems to have gone up a lot. So obviously I was using the more time mod before, so as I didn't have to run around like my hair was on fire. Now what I'm finding is that was just, it was silly. It was giving me sort of 150 hours to do like a 300-400 kilometre run. So I took that off and tried a new one, tried a new job, and like 300-400 kilometres, it gave me ample time, absolutely ample time. I wasn't having to rush. I was actually going a little below the speed limit. Because obviously quick jobs, it's very rare to find a quick job that actually has the cab, the unit, with enough power. They don't tend to have enough power. They're very underpowered. So, I've moved that mod. And one thing that does as well is it enables, because obviously eventually, we want a company, so we want to have drivers. And the more time mod, to achieve the extra time, it requires reducing the sim speed. So that then in turn affects the AI drivers, because they work on the sim speed. So they're only doing X amount of speed. So they're going a lot slower. So where they should really be, not as a rule, they would be doing a job every day. They're doing a job about every 4 days. But you're still paying them at the same rate. So it's kind of a swings and roundabouts thing. So it does help. I am using the co-insurance mod. That's my own personal mod. It basically does the same thing as the ATS native. It lowers how much you have to pay. I've taken out the sizzle mods because they're not working quite how I'd like them to. I've got more realistic fines, but they have actually redone the speed limit indicator. ETS, they haven't done it for ATS, which is annoying. It is working for the updated versions on ETS, so that's nice. It does help. But there again, because I use Truckee, it doesn't always show on the video. But the border on the top telling me how many more miles I've got left of fuel, where I've come from, where I'm going to, how much I'm earning, what the real time is, and how long real time I'm going to be going for. And a couple of other nice little bits. It also shows the speed limit and my cruise control. Because some of the dashboards, as you all know, are dodgy, shall we say? Other than that, there's not much else different to how I was originally going to do this. So, with that in mind, let's go and have a look where they are. I really love this new menu. I really do. It's just so many people are whinging about it, and I find it utterly, completely intuitive. I really, really do. I think it's really good. So, let's go to used trucks. Okay. So obviously everybody who has played this game and ATS knows of the used trucks. Now we only have 61,000 euros. Now I could take a loan, get that, but my thinking is if we take something like this, and it's a MAN TGX, and they're good trucks, they're good. They do work well. It's underpowered and whatnot, but you know we can fix this. So we're going to buy this. We're going to take it to a service. I don't know how much it's going to be, and then we'll do what upgrades we can with the money that we have. I'm not going to go silly and saddle myself with a really, really stupid amount of debt. But there is going to be a loan. Because obviously it's a 3-star condition. As you can see there, it's going to need new boots. The chassis is going to need some work. The gearbox and engine are a bit iffy, but I think we can get away with that, and the cab's okay. So we should be okay with this. We should. let's take the chance, shall we? So obviously it's going in my slot, it's the only bloody slot. Why doesn't it just give you, if you've only got one slot, why doesn't it just put it in there? And that's one thing I've noticed as well, it doesn't always do the have a look, you know. So let's get ourselves zoomed in here. And we'll just run round and we'll have a service. And I'll make what upgrades I feel are worth it. And then for me it's going to take a while. For you it literally will be a fade out and fade in. Okay. Right. So we've been to the garage and amazingly, helps if you're in gear, it's
at the roundabout.
Worked a lot better than I expected. Didn't mean to grab a screenshot, but but essentially,
at the roundabout, take the first exit.
Do this bit.
Exit now.
Look.
Keep left.
Cost us whatever it was, 40 grand. Everything was in good shape. Didn't need repairs, but obviously you all saw the wear. I replaced everything. And because of co-insurance, it cost me £4.5 grand. It should have cost nearly 65. Would make the truck a €100,000 investment. And this is not a truck we're going to keep. We are going to be going to a lovely big Volvo. So I still had money left. Well, still got money left. Let's have a look at something else, shall we? So all I could change, because obviously I'm only level 6, all I could really change that would make the slightest bit of difference, if you heard the chirp from the tyres there. All I changed was the engine.
At the roundabout,
obviously it had a 320 horsepower, 1600 torque engine. It's now got a 360 horsepower, but that gives us an extra 200 torque.
Turn left.
And you know the crazy thing is, my dad was a mechanic and an engineer. He spent time in the Navy.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
In the army, ran his own garage.
Exit now.
I trained as an engineer. And I still have absolutely no bloody idea how torque works. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's there, it's pulling power, that's all I need to know. A higher figure is better. I've never totally understood it. Whether that's because I don't want to or not, I don't know, but it could be, I suppose. And I changed the gearbox.
This is where it ends.
I changed the gearbox from standard that it was and put one in with a retarder. Just it's better. And that cost me just a shade under 15,000 euros. So, the upshot of that is, from that lovely 61,000 euros I had, I now got 2.5 grand. But, God, I hope this worked. I have run the dispatcher, and yes, I've got it. Boric acid. 16 tons. You can't, in the dispatcher, you can't select the weight. What I do is I use the logistics map. Select that I'm going from Stockholm, I'm going to Daugavpils. I want to take this type of trailer. What can you give me? See what it is. Like, oh, right, okay, yeah, that's nice. And then I put it in, run a quick randomizer through Google. Boom. That's the one I'm taking. It can be a bit involved. When we get there, I might go through the logistics map on camera. You can see it. Now, I'm sure you've seen, I am running out of hours. We're in Stockholm, going to Latvia. It's a long ferry trip. So we should.
Drive safe.
There it is. Sitting there waiting for us. So yeah, my arriving hours will be totally fine. Now I am using the yes.
Ready to roll.
Yeah, damn in right, Flynn. Yeah, I'm using the standard native GPS. I didn't put one on the truck. I didn't actually. Well, doubt I could have afforded it actually. But this will do us for now, and I mean it's gonna give us 13.5 grand. That's gonna be nice. Got a range of about 2,500 kilometres. That's probably not right. So let's have a look. Yeah, the camera change there was me looking down through my button boxes. Go the right way, it would help. Okay, so this, we have 34 hours remaining. I have, because I don't know if it's in the video, but it's just under 3 hours rest time. So let's go onto the map. I always do that. I don't know why. It makes absolutely no bloody odds, but I always do it. It just gives me an idea as we're coming around. Gives me an idea. Right, okay, so I've got 69 kilometres to drive to Nanasham, which is the port, to go to Daugavpils, and then it's a nice little cross-country route. Obviously, I mean, where was this one from? I'm trying to remember. I think it was from Sala. It was down here to Kapelska, right the way across Estonia, and then into the very western part of Russia, and to the border. I didn't fancy very much coming back through the border. It's a pain in the backside.
Let's do this.
So then, right. Away we go. And how heavy was this? 9 tons. With a 360 horsepower engine with 1800 torque. This may not be fun. Because it's heavy. Ah yes, one thing. If I'm honest, I kind of lost my mojo with playing the driving games. I kind of lost my mojo on it. Don't know why. I just...
At the roundabout,
I think it was
take the
a bit of
third
crap
exit.
going on in my life at the time, and it's been, you know, it's
Exit now.
that time of year where there's birthdays,
Turn right.
all manner of bits and bobs going on. I've been sort of catching up with some old friends that I haven't seen for a long time. You know, general stuff. So, but I've just got back into it. Because like I say, I use 2 button boxes, and that will be changing soon. To get the money together
At the
for it.
roundabout, take the second exit.
What I'll be doing, I'll actually be making my own.
Exit now.
I found actually relatively local to where I am there, but they're actually based on the Silverstone racing circuit. Leo Bodnar, really, really good. A lot of electronics. They actually do supplied for the Formula One teams, you know, so you know they're good. They're not cheap, but they are good. But I've just got to get the buttons and the wires and the board from them. The box itself is actually going to be made from old MDF that I've got. Thin 3mm MDF. I've got it. I bought it because it's very good, because it's a very stable material. It's very good for doing a lot of different applications. So I was using it for various bits and bobs and things that I was dealing with. And I've got quite a few sheets of it left over in an A4 size, which is absolutely perfect. So I've
Keep
just
right,
got to
and then exit right.
work out what buttons I need, where those buttons
Exit
be.
right.
I love these people. I love them so much I want to hit them repeatedly with a sledgehammer.
At the roundabout, take the
I've
second
been
exit.
watching some old WWE videos as well. Okay, there was a gap there. So anyway, yes, button box. So yeah, so it'll be basically going down from the 2 button boxes that I currently down to 1.
Exit now.
What that'll do is it will free up in the game. Oh my lordy, it's really not liking this. Doesn't like the on-ramps.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Yeah, what did it do? It will free up a slot. You only get 5 slots. And I've got 2 button boxes. I've got a steering wheel, I've got a gear shifter, I've got indicators.
Turn left.
I've got a truck handbrake. To proper style handbrake. I'm going to put that. But because I've hit my limit on slots, it was a sudden realisation of, oh dear, I have no slot
Turn
to put
right.
the handbrake onto. Well, the way I use it is I use a program called Joy2Key. A bit of kit, and I've just told it, yep, this particular joystick, truck handbrake, that's spacebar. And then, yeah, we work it that way. Hello. Raining? I thought I saw a bit on the windshield. So doing that will improve it. I'm going to get some nice wrap as well, because let's be honest, MDF looks like crap. So I'm going to get probably like a carbon fibre wrap, or carbon fibre effect. Or it may, I'll probably go for veneer. I've got a bit of a thing for nice veneer. So yeah, we'll be that's one little project I've got in the pipeline.
Go straight on.
So I'm invisible. I had the straight through there, I'm sure you saw that. They had the line where they had to stop. Just pulled straight out on a bloody Great Arctic. Yeah. Not very cool. Thing is, when this all started and people whinged about that, oh, traffic, oh, cars are just driving into you. They do. As some of you may know, last year I was riding my
Get
motorbike
ready
to
to
work.
turn left.
Now I've been riding a lot of years. I'm a good safe rider. I
Turn
know
left.
what I'm doing.
And then turn left.
Always looking. Pretty much everything.
Turn left.
My head, my eyes are always moving. Because they have to. I've forgotten how tight that bit is. And somebody just came the wrong side of the road to avoid having to slow down for the roundabout, just drove straight into me. I'm afraid there's a lot of idiots on the road. Driving, riding, it is not safe anymore, and it's not as pleasurable as it once was, to be honest. But enough of my whinging. Okay, so we're going to Daugavpils. 8.5 hours travel time, so that... Well, we'll see. We'll see. It could, if I'm lucky. Sorry if the voice went a bit weird there, I was leaning for a bottle. Unfortunately, it's not whiskey. It should hopefully reset my tiredness. It's going to cost us a bloody €1,000 to go there. That's another reason why I didn't get the GPS. Pointless. Because if I'd spent $2,000 on that, I'd have been now going overdrawn. It's something I don't want to do. You're allowed to do it, but I don't want to do it. So, let's head to Latvia.
Recomputing.
It's 5 to midnight. I have to move my head a bit more to see things at the time because I used to get my baby. I've got to raise a camera on a stand, but to get it so that it doesn't pick my hands up on the steering wheel, it's actually about an inch over the bottom of my TV. But that's going to get sorted again as well because I'm going to be getting a new stand for my TV. So as it lifts it up about 4 inches. Yeah, that's going to be awkward to get into that. So, let's do it. We have time. We have time.
Finding new route.
And here's the vent spills. Again, I've got a very good friend who's Latvian, and I'm absolutely certain he will correct me on any mispronunciations. I'm sure he'll correct me next time I see him. He usually does. Okay, we'll skip the cutscene. You never know, I might out that as the thumbnail. It basically taken as wide as we possibly dare. And as you can see in the mirrors there, I only just missed maybe a foot, 2. So it was pretty tight to do that. So now we've got 400 kilometres of driving. So actually it was closer to 500 kilometres. It's funny because the dispatcher showed me 440 with 837.
Get ready to turn left.
And left? Right, yes.
Turn left.
I was dealing with James and May all of a sudden. Again, I still use the traffic mod, real traffic density. Obviously, you know, it's midnight.
Keep left, and then turn left.
We're not going to be getting a massive floating about.
Turn left.
Yeah, another thing. But, it's amazing. I've been playing this game, I think I've got 1,400 hours on it. And I never knew. I've got G25 steering. Still use a G25.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
And Still works, it's still really nice, I still like it. I am wanting to put some money together because I have avoided the bridge. Good. Hopefully you saw that, if not rewind. It just this drawbridge was coming back down. That's what
At
I like.
the roundabout,
Some of these
take the
bridges
first
now
exit.
some of these bridges are now animated. Really, really good.
Exit now.
So, yeah, I've seen what I consider the holy grail now of steering wheels for this game.
Get ready to turn left.
They're made by a company called Moser, who I'd never heard of. And I don't know how I found it either.
Turn left.
I'm not sure. Anyway. I've been thinking about changing the wheel for a while. But again, when I went to college,
Get ready to turn
many
right.
moons ago, I had IT as well.
Turn right.
But I studied engineering, and even though I was studying mechanical engineering, still given a grounding in electrical engineering. And I haven't forgotten that. I'm actually quite good with a bit of solder and a circuit board. So, actually looking around and seeing various wheels, I was very, very tempted to buy them. You know, a couple of £100, but they were really nice. I just would have involved a little bit of playing about to make things work. Well, now Moser have come out with a truck sim wheel, and it is, I think it's the dog's danglies, because it's the correct size for the wheel you would have on an Arctic. Buttons on the wheel, and they all work. And you know, their big blurb on it is as well, get the adapter, you can fit it on anything, any current mount. Got to get up, brilliant.
Go straight on.
But then, well, I think it's about £350 just for the wheel. Seems rather pricey, but for what it is, I don't need it. I doubt I could get a truck wheel from a scrapyard, from a breakers. I doubt I could get one from a breakers actually cheaper buying this one. Let alone get all the components and wires and circuit boards and things. So I looked into it, and they do a specific mount. They do about 6 different types of mount. They do a gear shift. They do the pedals, and they are coming out with
Go straight on.
those I probably won't get, because I'm very happy with the ones I've got. They do a lot more than indicator. They do lights, wipers, and they've got a little rotating button on that I use for doing that, for resetting my view with the eyewear. Because sometimes it's quite warm here at the moment where I am. I've got my fan blowing, And behind me to the right on the wall, I have some little pelmet flags from my hometown. And amazingly, because the camera's a bit more wide angle than I originally realised, it blows them. And the camera picks them up and actually moves my bloody view even though I personally haven't moved. And you've seen it there, it's just bouncing about. Anyway, getting back to Moser. Now I did some totting up.
Go straight on.
Bin bags there. I did some totting up on it, and it's about £1,000 for the full. For the full works. I have a stand that I can adapt, because it's basically metal and wood, steel and wood. Yes, I can adapt that, no problem at all. I have the technology and the skill. But basically, I've got to get that together. I also have to get £1,000 together because I currently ride on a scenic, so I can 125. Now that's fine, you know. You can ride the phone, all you can't. The only thing you can't do is go on the motorway, like a big bike. Doesn't matter. I want to get back to right. I'll hold my hands up. I was an idiot many years ago.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
And got pulled over. Heating, actually. And for a brake light being dodgy.
Exit now.
Unfortunately, I'd had a few shanties, shall we say. Which we all know you shouldn't do it, but I was young and stupid.
Go straight on.
And anyway, I got banned and I had to take my test again.
Keep left.
So I now have to go through. When I first passed my motorcycle test, oh Lord, it was so many years ago.
Keep left.
Theory didn't exist. It came in a little while later, not long. And the A1, A2 and A didn't exist. It was... And the CBT didn't exist either, actually. You got your licence on your 16th birthday or whatever, and you went out, you got yourself up to a 250cc motorbike, rode around on it, got used to it, and then you go and take your test. I'm not entirely sure how legal all of that was, but that's the way we did it. And there's another.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
There's another cutscene coming our way. So yeah, and that's 800 quid.
Exit now.
So that's another reason why I haven't been really very particular about doing videos and whatnot and playing the games, because I've been doing a lot of hours, doing a lot of overtime to get the money together to get all this stuff. But yeah, getting back to my original point, which was about 3 weeks ago, cruise control. I will finish the sentence if it damn well kills me. Yeah, cruise control. We'll do the viewpoint. The Riga hydroelectric power plant. Yes, lovely. Delightful. That was actually a very, very good bit of timing as well, because it meant I could yell on my mouth. With that bloody toothache at the moment. But the weekend at the moment, so I can't go to touch my dentist. But as soon as it'll open, I'll be making a phone call. Help! That's the way the medical profession is in this country at the moment. Could be bloody Christmas before he has an opening. He's a very good dentist, but he's a one-man band. There is literally only him. There's him, his receptionist, and his dental nurse. That's the lot. Oh, and the practice manager. But he's the only dentist. Can be a bit of a nightmare getting in sometimes. But anyway,
At the roundabout,
getting back to
take
what
the
I
first
was originally
exit.
going to say. 1400 hours in this game.
Exit now.
And I never knew that you didn't have to press, you don't actually have to press cruise control on button. Cruise control on. I don't know how I didn't know this. I don't know how what I did, but let's know. Go on the front. Two red buttons. One either side, and you have the paddles. You have the flappy paddle. Gears. And obviously I don't use them, but it's automatic. Because anybody who watched my last series will know I've got a rather knackered ankle these days, and yes, if I could be bothered, I could probably get my spring set out, find the loosest spring and put it in on the clutch, because I did tighten everything up. But I just, quite frankly, can't be bothered. So I'll just go with automatic gearbox for now. What it means is that the splitter that I use, that's a thought. Yes, I could actually drop that from my controller list, so I don't use it. But anyway, so you have the, something I'll look at later. You've got the buttons on the front and back pedals on the rear. Well, what I do is I use the left button for cruise control on and off, the right button for cruise control Q, and left paddle, speed down, right paddle, speed up. And that's a perfectly fine arrangement. And I think what it is, I thought I had cruise control on, but I didn't. And I went to up the speed. And I noticed, why is that speed the same as the speed I'm already doing? And then realised, well, it was an ATS right there, on a nice big long straight. And yeah, I realised, I found out then that yeah, you just need to hit your cruise control up and down to turn it on. It turns on at the speed you're doing, same as if you hit the cruise control on button. But then, for me anyway, because my hand then is sitting there on the pedal, ready to up the speed, or down the speed, whichever. Because sometimes I'll accelerate and suddenly realise I'll be in the city. And it's like, oh shit, I'm doing 56. Right, hit the down paddle, down to 50. Because I go in 5 kilometres an hour. $5:21 in the AM. That's a lovely sunrise. That is a very lovely sunrise. In fact, it's such a lovely sunrise. Lovely screen. Such a lovely sunrise. I think it deserves a screenshot. That's really nice. That's really nice. I do have a little bit of an artistic bent sometimes. I see things and think, ooh, that looks nice. And you never know, that might be the thumbnail for this video. Hey, strange things have happened.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Notice how early the GPS was there?
Exit now.
Voice nav. Nearly on top of the damn roundabout. Okay, so I'm not pushing the buttons, I'm just going to hit the flappy paddles. And I'm going to hit the flappy paddle now. There you go. Oh my god. Jesus.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Honestly, when I used to drive wagons professionally, when people did that, yes, I used to put my brakes on.
Exit.
Oh, temptation to not. Temptation to not put your brakes on. Just plough straight into them. Paves the back of their fucking car then. When they scream and shout about you hitting them up the arse. Maybe you shouldn't have cut me up. But I never did it. But okay.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Well, I was a lot younger then as well, so I was a bit more bonkers.
Exit now.
Middle-aged now, so unlike Terry Funk, I am not middle-aged and crazy.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
For those who don't know, Terry Funk was an American wrestler.
Exit now.
In fact, he was he wrestled for a hell of a long time. He wrestled for about 45, 50 years.
Go straight on.
And in his 60s, steel chairs. And then he was middle-aged and crazy. That's why. That's where the reference comes from. Some of you will get it somewhere. Now, when we do our next run to Dijon, I will be doing quite a bit of time lapse in that because 3,500 kilometers. It's friggin' huge. That, to be honest, I think even time lapsing it, I think it could well stretch over 2 episodes. because I think real world time, that's going to take probably 5 or 6 hours, maybe more. Now, one thing I will say as well is cross-country cruise, my American Truck Simulator series, that will be returning to Series 2 very soon. I'll bring the same as I'm doing on here. It will be
Keep
dispatch
left,
routes.
and then turn left.
But also, because I haven't been able to
Turn
find
left.
the updated mod, frankly it drives me up the wall. First series was realistic economy, and my god, that was a struggle. It was a struggle. It was probably a struggle to watch it, to be fair. But it was also a real struggle for me to get any enjoyment out of playing it. I think that's part of what knocked down my mojo on playing these games, was I just got so frustrated. And there's no middle
right.
ground. I mean, really, €13,500 for doing this little run. That's too much.
Turn right.
But if I was running the realistic economy, I'd have probably got 150 quid, you know? So, there needs to be a middle ground on the realistic economy. I've been into it, I've been into the files, because as I've said before, I like to look in the files of game mods, and I like to mod mods. I do it for Skyrim, I do it for Fallout, I do it for Drug Dealer Simulator, I do it for all sorts of games. And I've tried to make some edits, and it's almost an all or nothing situation. Right. I'm reducing the speed slightly because I've just got a feeling we're going to hit 50 before we really know where we are. So yeah, so I won't be doing it with the realistic economy because, as I say, it's frustrating to me. It's too much. Bloody eyewear beam sometimes is an absolute pain in the arse. That's another thing I think I'm going to have to invest in as well. Proper tracker. Although I have been considering VR. I've seen some videos of people playing ETS and ATS using VR goggles, and it works. And it does look good. So that's one thing I'm considering. But again, they are bloody expensive. It's a lot of money to spend just on 2 games. I think we're going to be here a while. I'll get the right button in a minute. We've got 18 hours remaining. But we do only have 3 hours of driving left. I'll be on the foot brake. Finally. Now I have got my speed at 40. So I've set it slightly below the speed limit. Because it's keeping in the green. Not too much acceleration. Yep.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
As you can see on the map, on my GPS, we have a discoverable. We also have another viewpoint. So when we take our run to Dijon,
Get ready to turn left.
via that route.
Turn left.
He is. What a nice chap.
It was a nice ride.
I thought I had it set. Parking. I normally have it set on backup, but I thought, you know what, this time, why not? Why not do everything and make my life? Probably completely out. Oh good God, no I'm not. Considering that blind side. Right, hoping I don't hit the trailer that's in the other path. Buses. Yes, I think this is a full OCD. I really honestly do. OCD, where everything just better. Little flick there we go. Don't worry about the unit, but I do about the trailer. Okay, it's a bit to the side, but it's covering, oh yeah, that would be fine. So, well, I'm not going to be putting the window up. What I should have done is this. pretty much a standard when you go into a yard. You put your hazards on, so it's your a bit more obvious. How delightful. That's managed to get us up on the level. Brilliant. So, what we'll be doing then is generally my standard. I really like going for this one. The toxic and infectious substances. You get that, you get 1 point in high value, and you actually start getting things like virus cultures, infectious materials, vaccines, and they pay well. They pay well. So, in fact, I think you just need that, and it will give you it. Which is bloody awesome, to be honest. Now, what we're going to do very quickly, as I said, we were going to go into the logistics map and have a look, okay? So this is your logistics map. I've spent some time trying to figure the damn thing out myself. So left click, we're going from Daugavpils. Now, where the hell is Gijon? I know it's a coastal town. Or I believe it's a coastal town. So I seem to remember I have been, there it is. And so I have been there. I have been there. Right. So again, it's going to be tanker. See, this is where we can. What is that? Packed glass. No livestock. Good lord. That's your low boys. So you can flatbeds, see bricks and tiles, that sort of stuff. What I want to look for is here. So we have Whiskey, G&T, which is where we are. That's it. So if we take Gijon off for now, that tells me we have these three companies. Ivitsky, G&T and Latvia. Now there are no medical vaccines available. Now app is the one that's in Gijon. Take it out. There you go. So these are our choices. If we go for some reason we can't, because we have to off there. Deselect that. Can we select both? No. That's upsetting. That dry gives us a lot more. So I think what we'll do, we'll go with refrigerator. Basically, and we'll also go G&T. I mean, I don't know. I've got no points in fragile, so I'm not going to choose anything that's fragile. No points in high value, no points. Well, 1 point in ADR. But there we go. You need the fragile as well. So once we get another point, and my feeling on this is this run, Gijon will probably will give us that will probably give us 3-4 levels, maybe 5. Because it's a hell of a it's a hell of a distance, 3,500 kilometres. As I say, we can't take that because it needs a point in fragile. So we'll just take I don't know. Fresh fish traveling 3,500 kilometres ain't going to be fucking fresh when it gets there. Watermelons, young seedlings, yogurt. I might do yogurt. So, as I say, what we're going to do now, we're going to take, so what we have to do is we have to save the game. Now this is a local profile, which is what you have to use. You can't use Steam profiles for doing dispatching because it doesn't like it. So now I've come out of the game. I know you can't see this. So actually, I don't know if it will show up in game. The video. No, it doesn't. But basically, I've opened up Truckee, so I can set up my okay. Truckee is telling me it's 3,462 kilometres. 7 days. Amazingly, doing it in the game, it's just come up right. GNT to ACC, canned iced coffee. And it's giving it me as an urgent. I'm good for that. So, and that's basically how it's so I've added that delivery. I now update the game save. It comes up and tells me new game save written to disk. Now we come out and we load game 1. And now what this will do is if we go to our map, go to the freight market, and there you go. And quite literally, there you go. So we're going to be coming out of Latvia, going south through Lithuania, the entirety of Poland, Germany, crossing the Netherlands, Belgium, France, to eventually get there. And quite understandably is paying a hell of a good rate. 25 euros a kilometre, so it's giving me 87,000 euros. The thing, by the end of this series, I would think we're going to be rolling in money. There's only 10 deliveries in total. If we get a couple more like that, that's going to give us 300 grand. We'll be getting rid of this MAN and we'll be buying a brand new of the line with 750 horse as a 6.4 configuration. But now this video has run around about an hour now. So there won't be a hell of a lot of editing on it if I'm truthful and blatantly obvious. So that will be done on the next episode. Because that is going to take time. In fact, let's go and take it now. So I'll have Trucky be able to tell me, and this is pure driving time. It won't be looking at anything else.
Time to get the job done.
Now, second one here. Right, that cable reel. Bit of a pain in the ass, but
Drive safe.
okay. And couple. Okay, so it's giving me a pure driving time if I don't do anything but drive. Well, 66 hours game. It's giving me 101 hours to do it. That's 35 hours for breaks. Real world time, it's going to take 3.5 hours. This is why I said there will be some time lapsing, because it's going to be a long one. So I shall be prepping on that. So, hope you've enjoyed it. The first episode. That you now know what we're doing for the next episode. We're going to Gijon on a mammoth expedition. And I hope you can join me for that. So until then, take care, and I'll see you soon.